I've been comic hunting again, this time in America. How's it hanging, YouTube? Peter here, Ginger Joe the Geek. Welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, if I can please just encourage you to check out some of my back catalogue. We do things on this channel like comic book unboxings, we do live shows every week, we do action figure reviews, be that vintage or 1/6 scale. So if you like that kind of stuff, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay guys, so if you're a regular viewer, you'll know that I've recently had a trip over to the good old US of A, and I've been to Disney and all that kind of jazz, and there are lots of videos on my channel about that kind of stuff. One of the other things I did when I was there, apart from all the theme parks, was obviously I did a bit of comic hunting, and I visited a number of shops, two of which really struck out. First of all, we've got Gods and Monsters. This is a tremendous shop, and here's a little video about my visit there. Second shop I visited, which was tremendous, was Coliseum of Comics. This place is huge. It's just ram-packed with back issues. They've got a huge wall of some superb comic books, and they've got some amazing action figures, models, dioramas, all that kind of stuff. It was stunning. Again, here's a little video of that trip. Okay, so you might think with us visiting two massive comic shops in America, I would have picked up a load of stuff. I didn't. I picked up some stuff, but not masses. I also picked up some action figures and some toys when I was there, but I'll do a separate video about those. What did I think of these shops? First of all, compared to UK shops, they were immense. There was some superb stuff, in particular old comics kind of on display for you to have a good look at. Very different to the kind of the big chain shops in the UK like Forbidden Planet and places like that. So yeah, really impressed with the volume of stock and things I had. In terms of prices, I have to say I thought they were a bit pricey. Now I don't know if that's because I was in Florida, so they bumped up the price for the tourist market and all that kind of stuff, but the keys were not as cheap, I think, as I could get elsewhere. That said, I kind of felt I had to buy something when I was there, so I bought books from both shops. I brought a couple of books from Gods and Monsters, but the majority of the stuff I picked up was from Coliseum of Comics. I'm just going to go through what I've got and show you what I picked up. First of all, just saw this and I hadn't read it before, and I thought, actually, you know what, I need something for on the plane on the way home, so I'll pick this up and give it a read. And this is Batman by Snyder, The Last Night on Earth. I've heard really good stuff about this book. It's been on me radar for a little while, so I thought I might as well pick it up to read on the airplane. I didn't read it on the airplane, I fell asleep. Anyway, but I've picked that up to have a good read of it, so I quite like the look of that one. And I've literally just clocked, well, that's the Joker's head he's carrying there. I thought it was Green Lantern's lantern. Cool. So yeah, looking forward to that one. Okay, You know, I collect my keys and my first appearances, so that's predominantly kind of what I've picked up here. A couple of nice looking books. Could I have gotten them for cheaper on eBay? Probably, but I kind of wanted to say I bought something in America. So first off the bat, we have got Micronauts #1. Not a book I've got in my collection, so I'm pleased to have picked this up. Not a massive fan of the Micronauts, but I do think they're quite interesting characters, and I do wonder if they're going to start to play a part in the MCU with the whole Microverse and all that kind of stuff, although I'm not quite sure who owns the rights to these characters these days. Anyway, picked this up. That was quite a reasonable price. I think I paid around about $30 to $40 for that, so not bad, and it's in pretty good nick. So that's Micronauts #1, and I'm pretty sure that's the first appearance of the Micronauts. If it's not, stick something in the comments below and I'll cry myself to sleep when I realise I've wasted money on something that's not a first appearance, but never mind. Oof. Look at that. So this is Red Sonja, She-Devil with a Sword #1. I know it's not the first appearance of Red Sonja. I've picked that up recently, so I've got that. I love this cover. I think this is a classic cover of the time. It just jumps out. Yeah, it's just lush. I love the colour work on it. This is a pretty nice copy. This was a little bit pricey. I think I paid around about $70 for this, which may be too much for this book, I don't know, but I love it. I just love the cover of it. I just think it's a nice looking book. This one, I paid $75 for, which I think is probably too much for the book again, but I wanted it and I haven't got a copy, and it's Toxic Avenger #1. Oh, I did pay $75. Look, there's a big sticker there. Toxic Avenger #1. We know there's a movie coming out with Peter Dinklage, I think he's playing Toxic Avenger. I remember reading this book when it very first came out many years ago, so this one's got a bit of nostalgia for us, so I am pleased to have picked this one up. It's just tremendous looking cover again, isn't it? I love it. So yeah, nice book. $75 probably a bit much, but yeah, so what, it was good fun. I enjoyed rooting around the comic shop and I had to have something, so I went for this. Next two are old ones but classics. Can't remember how much I paid for these. I think around about $80 for this one. This is Tales of Suspense 75. Old looking book, not the best condition. It does have a lot of creases and a lot of marks to it, but it's a classic. So this is the first appearance of Sharon Carter, Peggy Carter, in a kind of a one panel, I think. It's also the first appearance of Batroc the Leaper. So again, I bought it for Sharon's first appearance, not Batroc's first appearance. But yeah, it's a classic, a nice looking old style cover. It's a one I've had my eye on for a little while because I do like the character of Sharon Carter, as you know. So yeah, pleased to have that one in the collection. Like I say, I think I paid around about $80 for that one. Next one I paid a bit more for. Sorry, I didn't. I think I paid about $60 for this because it's not in the best condition. Again, I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot. As I've said on previous videos, I predominantly collect hero first appearances, but I'm starting to weaken and go for villains. Crusher Creel, Absorbing Man, big favourite of mine. I love the character, I always have. I think he's a tremendous character. I love his power set. I remember reading some old Quasar issues of him absorbing the quantum bands and fell in love with him after that. And I've been wanting this one for a while. So this is the Mighty Thor 114. It's the first appearance of Crusher Creel, the Absorbing Man. It's just got an amazing cover. I love everything about that cover. I think I paid $60 for this. It has got a big chunk out the top there, but it's just a stunner. They don't do covers like that anymore for me, I don't think. Yeah, absolutely love it. So really pleased to finally have this one in my collection. Great book, great book. Okay guys, so that was me whack. That's all I picked up comic wise from Florida. Was I disappointed? I don't, to be perfectly honest, I could have picked up more, but anybody that's been to Florida for a fortnight's holiday will know that it's mental in terms of how busy you are. If I'd had more time, there would have been lots more shops in the area. I could have hit, but I just couldn't fit them in, couldn't squeeze them in. It is also worth mentioning there was a tremendous comic shop in Universal Studios which sold all kinds of stuff, and I'll do a video on that in the future. Okay, let us know in the comments which of those books you think is the best buy, and which of them you think you would have picked up if you were over there. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.